The achievements of Sultan Firoz Shah and the famous Prime Minister Muhammad Gawan are discussed in this lesson. So in this lesson they have also discussed about the two people, that is Sultan Firoz Shah and Prime Minister Muhammad Gawan. What all they have achieved and everything is discussed in this lesson. With this, Bahmani state's significant contributions are also discussed. And also the contributions that are given to us by the Bahmani Sultans are also discussed in this chapter. Before that, to know the contribution of Firoz Shah and Muhammad Gawan, yes, we will know their contribution. To recognize the contribution in the field of art, literature and sculptures by Bahmani Sultans. Also literature, art and sculptures by Bahmani Sultans. To mark the important places of Bahmani Sultans of the map. After knowing them, after what all countries they have ruled, what all states they have ruled, we will be able to mark the places which came under Bahmani Sultans. To know the important sultans among the Vijayapur Adil Shahs, we will also know the important sultans among the Vijayapur. To know the art and literature and cultures of this period, we will also learn about art and literature of Vijayapur. Now coming to the class, Bahmani kingdom was also established in the north part of Vijayanagara Empire in 1347 CE. Already told you it was established in 1347 CE in the northern part of Vijayanagara Empire. Its founder was Alauddin Hasan Gangu Bahman Shah. The founder of this empire was Alauddin Hasan Gangu Bahman Shah. Is a single person, okay? Bahman Shah was working in the army of Delhi Sultan Muhammad bin Tughlaq. So before coming to the kingdom, before founding the kingdom, he was working with the Delhi Sultans. He was army in Delhi Sultans Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Turn your page number 16. Bahmani Sultans 1347 to 1527 CE. Bahmani kingdom had 4 parts of present Karnataka, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, states under its rule. So present Karnataka, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh and also Telangana, which has been divided from Hyderabad, from Andhra Pradesh. So this also you can see in the picture in the map below, places which are covered by Bahmani kingdoms. In the beginning, Kalaburgi and later Bidar were their capitals. In the beginning, the Kalaburgi place was the capital and later it was Bidar. Bahmani Empire was in the northern part of Krishna River. The Bahmani was in the northern part of Krishna River. Northern part of Krishna River. And Vijayanagara Empire was in the southern part of Krishna River. In the previous chapter only we have read about Vijayanagara, which was in the southern part of Krishna River. Tajuddin Firoz Shah was the great sultan in Bahmani dynasty. So this person, Tajuddin Firoz Shah, was the great sultan in Bahmani dynasty. Now we will learn about Tajuddin Firoz Shah. Tajuddin Firoz Shah, he was liberal, judicious and a believer of God. So first of all, he was a liberal, judicious and he was a believer of God. Tajuddin Firoz Shah was a liberal, judicious and a believer of God. He made copies of Quran and edited it for his whole life. So what he did? He made the copies of Quran and he edited it throughout his life. He was a writer, encouraged all languages and he was expert in geometry and theology. First of all, he was a writer and he was expert in geometry and theology. Theology means the study of religion. He sheltered many philosophers, poets, artists and honored them, as he was himself a writer, and he also honored the people who were philosophers, poet, artists. He established an observatory in Daulatabad, that is in Maharashtra. So the observatory means it is a building for the scientists to learn or to study about the stars or weather and etc. So he established that in Daulatabad. He propagated the beauty of his capital Kalaburgi, as in the beginning the capital was Kalaburgi. So he started spreading the beauty of Kalaburgi. He built a new city called Firozabad on the bank of Bhima river. The new city what he started was Firozabad on the bank of Bhima river. He gifted many villages to Sufi saint Bande Nawaz, who arrived in the kingdom during his period. So there was one Sufi saint his name was Bande Nawaz, and he had gifted many villages to him. He concentrated on the development of ports. As a result, foreign trade was encouraged. He also concentrated on the ports, so there was import and export, and there was foreign trade. So this was all about Tajauddin Firoz Shah. Now we will learn about Muhammad Gawan. He was a prime minister, right? We will learn about him. Muhammad Gawan from 1463 CE to 1481 CE. CE means Common Era. All credits of making Bahmani dynasty great goes to Muhammad Gawan. So making this dynasty as a great dynasty, the credit all goes to Muhammad Gawan. Basically, he was a Persian and worked honestly as Prime Minister in the reign of Sultanate Muhammad Shah III. So he was a Prime Minister and also was a Persian Prime Minister. He was a Persian Prime Minister and under the reign of Sultanate known as Muhammad Shah III. Under him, he was a honest Prime Minister. Prominent Bahmani sultans were Alauddin Hasan Gangu Bahman Shah, also he was a founder, Firoz Shah, Ahmad Shah and Muhammad Shah III. These were the prominent Bahmani sultans. Now we will know the important factors of Muhammad Gawan. Muhammad Gawan captured Hubli, Belagavi and Goa from Vijayanagara Empire. These places were of Vijayanagara, but Muhammad Gawan had captured them from Vijayanagara Empire. Administration was according to the Islamic laws. So the managing of the empire was according to the Islamic laws. He encouraged revenue and postal services. He also encouraged the revenue, the money and postal services. He fixed a tax on the basis of land fertility and irrigation facility. The taxes were on the fertility of land and also the way we are doing the irrigation. Tax was collected in cash. So they were cash during their time. He removed some taxes. Turn your page 18. He removed some taxes which were annoying the people, which were pissing the people, which were upsetting the people. He have removed that tax. As a philosopher himself, Muhammad Gawan founded Madrasa in Bidar. He was a philosopher. He founded Madrasa, that is a Muslim university in Bidar. It encouraged Islamic religious and legal education. In that madrasa, they were having Islamic education, Islamic religious and legal education. Astronomy, mathematics, history were being studied here. So astronomy means scientific study of sun, moon, stars and etc. Mathematics and history as like how we are having in common. Free education and hostel facilities were provided. The one who were in the madrasa in Bidar, the free facility and hostels were provided to them. Around 3,000 manuscripts were in the library of madrasa. So around 3,000 manuscripts written with hand. So they were present in madrasa. Muhammad Gawan contributed a lot in making Bahmani kingdom great. So you can see from the important factors how he made Bahmani a great kingdom. Regional leaders were jealous of his fame and conspired to have him murdered. they were jealous of Mohammad Gawan, how he is getting so much grade, how he is getting so much name and fame. So they have planned to murder him. On Gawan's throne, it is written that innocent Gawan was killed. So even now if you go on the tomb of Gawan, they have written that innocent Gawan was killed because they were jealous of his fame and the regional people have killed him. So this was all about Mohammad Gawan. Now we will see the cultural contributions. Cultural contributions. We will learn the cultural contribution made by Bahmani Sultans. First one you have is education. Bahmani Sultans encouraged Islamic education. So the education was encouraged in the field of Islamic. They promoted Islamic education. Chanting of Quran was a part of education. Chanting of Quran. Quran is a holy book of Islam and chanting of Quran it was a part of education. Kalaburgi, Bidar, Alichapur and Daulatabad and others were the Islamic educational centers during their reign. So during their period or during their rule, the places like Kalaburgi, Bidar, Alichapur and Daulatabad were the educational centers or educational hub. Poor people and orphans were provided free food and shelters and scholarships were given to the students in madrasas. So in madrasas, first of all they have given scholarships to the students and also the food and shelters were provided to the poor people. Quran, philosophy and principles of Sufism were taught in the schools. So first of all they taught Quran. Quran again it's a holy book of Islam. Philosophy, love and wisdom and principles of Sufism like self-discipline and everything was taught in the schools. Now this was all about the education. Now we will learn about literature. Now literature is a written work. Now we will see what all they have contributed in literature. Literary activities were greatly encouraged by Bahmani Sultans and they sheltered many philosophers, poets and writers. First of all, they have encouraged, they have welcomed the many writers, poets and philosophers. They have given the shelters. Firoz Shah, Muhammad Shah II and Muhammad Gawan were the writers and the minister poets. So Firoz Shah and Muhammad Shah II, they were also the writers and the minister was the poet who is Muhammad Gawan. They were poets and also writers. During their reign, Persian, Arabic and Urdu literatures were developed. So during their rule or during their period, Persian, Arabic and Urdu. Persian, Arabic and Urdu. How we were having Kannada, Tamil and Telugu in Vijayanagara Empire, in the same way we are having Persian language, Arabic language and Urdu language. Great Sufi saint and writer Bande Nawaz belong to their period. So we have seen this name before, no? That Qajaud Firoz Shah, what he did? He gave few places, few villages to this Bande Nawaz. He also was present in this period. The language that they and other foreigners used became famous as Dakhani. Later it developed as Urdu language. So what people have used mostly, that is Dakhani, and later we'll call it as Urdu language. Urdu language became famous. So this was all about the literature. Now we will see the sculptures of this dynasty. Of this empire. Sculptures. The history of Bahmani dynasty is famous for the sculptures and architectures. So we can see there are many monuments built or structured by these dynasties. Monuments in Bidar, Kalaburgi and other places are in Indo-Islam style. So how we were having Dravidian style in the previous chapter, here we are having Indo-Islam style. Indian and Islamic. Indo-Islam style. It is familiar as Dakhani style. The first contribution of Shah built it. So the first monument which they built, that is Masjid of Kalaburgi, that is Jamia Masjid of Kalaburgi, and it was built by Muhammad Shah. The meeting hall with the small domes is major attraction here. So there were also some meeting halls in those monuments, and those were major attraction. Tombs of sultans are in Kalaburgi, and they are also domed structures. So there are many tombs and also there are dome structures. In the end of this video, I will show you these monuments, what is dome structures and everything. The tomb of Bande Nawaz is another prominent monument of Kalaburgi. The tomb of Bande Nawaz, even that is one important or some worthy monument that was in Kalaburgi. Bidar Sola Khamba Mosque and beautiful palaces in the fort are famous. So in Bidar, Sola Khamba Mosque, that is, and beautiful palaces, these two are famous. These buildings are decorated and have carved wooden crafts on them. So the buildings were having wooden craft on them. 12 tombs of Ashtur near Bidar are also famous. So 12 tombs of Ashtur, they were famous, which is near Bidar. The prominent monument of Bahmani kingdom is the madrasa, which was built by Muhammad Gawan. Already told you that Muhammad Gawan have built madrasas, and it was a prominent, which means that is having more worth. It is 242 feet wide, 222 feet long, 56 feet high, and 3-storied buildings. So what it was is they have given you the physical structure of this madrasa, that is 242 feet wide, 222 feet long, and 56 feet high, and 3-storied buildings. The building, which is more than 5 centuries old, appears to be declaring its glory. It is 500 years ago, and now also it is showing its glory. Here you can see in the image Fort Bidar in page number 19. They have given you Fort Bidar. Yes, you can see this. It is Fort Bidar. Also turn your page. Here you will see Jama Masjid of Kalaburgi and Tomb of Bande Nawaz, which is in Kalaburgi again. Also they have given you one madrasa which was built by Muhammad Gawan. Again, in the end of the video, I will show you the monuments which were not present also, so that you can have a bit idea about the tombs and everything which they have built. So this is the end of your video 1. The remaining chapter I will explain you in the part 2 video. Thank you.
Students, these are the places ruled by Bahmani kingdoms during their rule. He is Firoz Shah, Tajuddin Firoz Shah, and this is Jamia Masjid of Kalaburgi, and this is Tomb of Bande Nawaz, a Sufi saint. This is Tomb of Ashtur. This is Madrasa by Muhammad Gawan. Muhammad Gawan, he was an honest prime minister, right? And they have given you the physical structure also. This is Sola Khamba Mosque. Sola Khamba means 16 pillar mosque. If you count, there are 16 pillars. And these are domed structures. This kind of structures are known as domed structures.